and we are supposed to come up with a plot line, and then I will inform sir and he will join and we'll have to administer the plot that we have decided upon.
Okay, Mitra.
Okay, now. So, Kavin, did you read the small task sheet that sir sent now about the skit that we are supposed to prepare?
Yes, Ka, I have read.
Okay, do you have any doubts? Have you understood that?
Yes, Ka, I understood.
Okay, Kavin. Try your best and try contributing more. Give up ideas. Take your own time. Read the task sheet again. Understand it properly. Take your own time and contribute more. Okay?
Yes, Ka.
Okay, Kavin. So, friends, do you have any ideas?
Oh, so we are starting the discussion, right, Mitra?
Yes, now because we might. I don't know when sir would be back home, na. So within that, we are supposed to complete the team talk.
Okay.
If you need time, then we shall take around 2 minutes for each of us, so that we will come up with an idea, na.
Okay, Mitra. Because I thought
Friend,
we were supposed to wait till Sibi comes, so that's why I
oh,
asked.
okay, na. I doubt if CB joins now because he has texted that he's on anti-phone day, so I doubt he might join or not.
Okay, Mitra.
Okay, na. Guru Prasanna, have raised their hands.
Yes, Mitra, I have one I like story.
Sure, Guru Prasanna, go ahead.
Yes, Mitra, like in that sir has given 5 entities. In that, in my story, I don't know which entities will be there, but I'll say the story. I think at least minimum 1 or 2 entities will be there. I'll just say a story. Like it's just a biography of APJ Abdul Kalam. Like we read in the Wings of Fire. Like I was willing to tell about his only childhood. Like when in his childhood there would be like when there was a situation like when their teachers were not allowing Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam to sit with the Brahmin friends, as he was a Muslim. He was not allowed to sit with Brahmin friends. He was he had been wished to go there, but because of the teachers in because of the teachers' negative assumption that Muslims should not sit with Hindus, uh, uh, Abdul Kalam will be sitting at the back when the teacher comes. So, like, if we follow that, it would be like fault finding mentality from the teacher, and negative assumption from the teacher also, and killing of others' dreams. Like Abdul Kalam would have, like everyone would have a dream that they would not a dream. Like everyone would have a wish that they could sit with their close friends, but it wasn't happened in Abdul Kalam's story. That was my idea.
Good idea, Guru Prasanna. Well done.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you, Dakshina, for letting Kavin know about the meaning. Dakshina, you have raised your hands now.
Yes, Mitra, I had a story, that's why I raised my hand.
Okay, now share now. Go ahead.
Okay, so thank you, Mitra. Today I read a story which was set around the time of Industrial Revolution. So let me just give you a brief outline of what Industrial Revolution is so that you can understand the story better. So during, long time back, what happened was a new set of, you know, make like techniques of making new goods came up. So initially what used to happen was everything was handmade. So things were of better quality, but it took a long time to produce them. Okay, so for instance, if we have like, let's take a shoe for instance, and you have one shoemaker who's been following the traditional techniques of making shoes. So it took him like almost a fortnight or something to finish one shoe. But at that time, when new industries came up, they finish the job in just 1 week or a few couple of days. So as a result, since the demand for shoes is increasing, the customers would obviously want their shoes or their goods to be delivered faster, and the products which were made by the industries were cheaper than the handmade ones, because the handmade ones were in better quality. But you know the handmade goods were sold to people after a very long time, and it takes a lot of hard work and dedication to make one handmade good. And in order for it to reach the customer, it took a lot of days and it was very costly too. So the customers preferred cheaper things, but at a faster rate. For instance, let's say a customer, he wants shoes urgently, so he's demanding like 5 pairs of shoes. So if one shoemaker gives him the shoe and within 2 weeks or 3 weeks, this concept of industries made the production of shoes here, for example, it made it so easy that he used to get 5 or 6 shoes at a cheaper rate at a faster rate than the handmade ones. So as a result, at that time, the handicrafts and arts, they declined, to be honest, and the industries were booming. So this is what industrial revolution is. So despite the fact that the quality of the goods produced by industries was inferior, people preferred it because they were cheaper and they were delivered at a much faster rate. To be simple. So if you understand this concept, my story will be very easy to understand. So even if the story is not compatible with gurus, it's not a problem. We'll execute it someday else. So once what happened was, actually the narrator, he narrates this particular instance. So what he says is, he says this as a flashback. Okay, so the narrator is all grown up now, and he narrates a flashback from his childhood. So when he was young, his father used to take his boots, or like shoes at those days were called boots. So his father used to take his boots to a shop, and that shop was owned by two brothers. And whenever his father's boots got damaged, or whenever his father wanted to buy a new boot, at those times, boots were made of leather. So during those, like when he was young and when his father wanted boots, he used to go to a shop which was owned by two brothers, as I said, and they were the finest shoemakers in the entire city. They used to take about a fortnight, like 14 days, fortnight or more, but they give you the best quality of shoes, and those shoes will last for a very long time. So if you go to their shop once, you'll never return again because you won't have any problem with the shoes which they give. Only if you want a new one, you'll return to the shop, or else even for 2 3 years, a lot of customers won't revisit it, complaining about their quality. So like the narrator, he praises them and he says all about their shoes. And then at one point of time, what happens is the narrator grows up. Okay, so he just tells us he's very inspired. The narrator is very inspired by the shoemakers because of their dedication towards their craft, and the way they're treating their customers. If any shoe is damaged, if they find any shoe damaged, then they'll return it, and like they'll return your money, I mean, and they'll repair it free of cost, or if they're not able to do so, they'll return your money, as I said. So he gives us few examples. So at one point of time, when the narrator goes to their shoes, I mean, goes to the shop to get some shoes. So the narrator is very well acquainted with the brothers because he's watched them while he was growing up. His father used to visit the same shop, and as a part of the heredity passed on to him, and he also visited the shop a lot of times. And during one particular time, he goes and says that one of the boots which you gave unfortunately had a crack. So I need you to fix it. That's what he says. And then after listening to this, the brothers were like, so they felt sad and hurt, and they did it free of cost. They repaired it free of cost. And, once they figured out that it wasn't able to repair it, they returned his money. So they were so much dedicated towards their craft. And at one point of time, what happened was now the happy days of these brothers are over because the industries are taking over. Fine. So one day, what happens is the author goes to their shop while wearing a shoe which was made by some industries. So when he got there, the brothers they get a bit disappointed because their regular customer has gone to industries and he's bought cheaper shoes. So the author, I mean the narrator, he doesn't realize that he has worn the shoes from some other company. So the brothers they say that, oh, you worn shoes from any other company. Look, and the brothers were so dedicated towards their craft that just by looking at the shoe, they could tell that you're not comfortable with this shoe. They've given you the wrong fit. And then the brothers start complaining about all the industries and how the industries were taking over their jobs and how handicrafts industry was getting decayed. So after listening to all this, the narrator feels really bad and he feels pity for them and he orders like a lot of shoes to pacify them. And at one point of time, after several months, he returns to the shop and he sees that one of the brothers, the younger brother, comes and greets him. And then he asks him, what happened to your elder brother? Is he not here? And then the younger brother says that his elder brother was no more. So the narrator feels very sorry and he gets a few more shoes. And then after, you know, this incident actually shocked him very much. And then the narrator goes abroad and he returns back. After returning back, he goes to his shop, the brother's shop, and then as soon as he gets in, he sees that there's a young boy sitting in the shop. So he asks the young boy, what are the brothers who were like, not the brother, where's the younger one? We'll give him some name. Where's the younger one? Actually the younger one was around 75 by this time, so he was very aged. So he asks the young boy, where's the younger one? He owns the shop, right? And then the boy says, I am his nephew and I'm supposed to take care of the shop. And unfortunately, my uncle died a week before. So the narrator asks him, why did he die all of a sudden? Before a year, when I saw him, he was really healthy and he was healthy. Then why did he get, so much? Like, why did he die all of a sudden? That's what he asked. So remember one thing, at this point of time, he had no work because I mean the younger brother, he had no work because a lot of his regular customers already switched over to industries, so he did not have any work. The narrator was his only regular customer, and so he was just giving the shoes, preparing the shoes, and the narrator was the only one who was buying them. And so the narrator was confused, like when the young boy said that the younger brother died of starvation because he was so much dedicated and he made a lot of shoes. So the narrator was really surprised and said, look, I don't think he would have got so much orders that he'll die of starvation by just dedicating himself to the craft. So like I'm one of the few regular customers who visit him. So how did he die? Like, how did he get so much orders? So the young boy says that shoemaking is not just his profession, it's his, passion. And he was so much dedicated towards it that he made fine shoes on his own. And despite the fact that he was not getting any customers, he was not getting any profit, still he made it. And making those shoes was of no use basically because anyway he was going to die of starvation because he did not have any money, but still he carried on till his last breath and then he died. So the narrator felt really sorry. Then he decides to write a book about these shoemakers who were so dedicated to their craft, despite the fact that the industries were taking their jobs. They worked on their passion till the last minute. They did not care who acknowledged their commitment, did not care who bought their shoes, despite the fact that they could have chosen any other occupation to make a living. They stuck to making shoes, and so that's how he unfortunately died. And the narrator was so heartbroken and he wrote a story about those two shoemakers. Yeah, so that's it.
Very nice idea, Dakshina. We will definitely try executing yours also.
Thank you, Mitra.
Great story, Dakshina.
Thank you, Guru.
Great.
Thank you, bro. Ritan, I'm not sure if it's a true story. It's written by an author called John Galsworthy. It was a very old story. I just read it and I just edited it a bit. I'll check once and it's written. It's a true story.
Sir, have you joined, sir?
அந்த பையன் எதுக்கு 150 ரூபாய் தண்டம் பண்றவா போலாம்
Dakshina, the mic is on.
அது அவங்க காசு அன்னைக்கே சொன்னாரு என் காசு வரும்
Friends, are you able to hear me?
You and everyone in the background, we can hear everything, Mitra.
No, as you know what to speak. It's sir's background. Sir, how's the mic here?
நான் சூடு கம்மியாச்சு உள்ள போய் வேற சாப்பிட்டேன் நீங்க
உன்னோட ஃபேவரட் இது இல்ல
Mitra, your voice is also audible. Sir's voice is also audible.
No, Guru. Here no one speaks. I am alone in the living room. Sir has went to a relative house, and I think they are speaking there. Wait, I will somehow ask. Now I think he left because as we both have joined to the same account, I won't be able to see his texts.
Okay, Mitra.
Okay.
So Ritan, Nitish, Kavin and Sibi, do you have any ideas?
Yes, Mitra.
Do you have an idea, Ritan? Because your voice is very feeble.
I'm currently thinking of idea, Mitra. If I'm having any ideas, I'll just say.
Okay, friends. So I have an idea. So shall I say that?
Yes, Mitra.
Yes,
Okay.
Mitra, go ahead.
Okay. So friends, you might have people like Guru Prasanna, Ritan and Dakshina might have heard about this ruler. Like not a ruler, but he was a Nawab of he was a Nawab of Bengal. He was none other than Siraj Daula. He was succeeded by many rulers. So people like C.B. Adityan and Kavin Sandron, for a better understanding, he's like a ruler. Okay, during those times before our independence, many rulers tried their best to gain independence, and they started being independent rulers. They during many states were locked, and they tried making their states independent. Okay, so for a better understanding, I'm just saying very simply. So we are my idea is the main motto that I'm going to speak, the main feature that I'm going to take upon which sir has sent is the betrayal. So you might have heard about a story where Mir Jafar was a traitor. He betrayed his his captain. Like he was when Siraj Uddola was the Nawab of Bengal during 1750s or so. He was always aware of the aims of British. Okay, so he was aware of aims of British, and his main motto was do something so that he could overcome the British power. So their all their improper trade practices and all their secret plans and the strategies that they made to make the East India Company very much superior among the other companies in India. They had few strategies, and Siraj came to know about the hidden strategies. So he was planning that he could overcome the British rule. As British people found that Siraj was their main threat. Okay, so whatever can happen, a war can happen and so on. What they decided was they wanted to overthrow him at any cost. So what they did was, there was a person called Mir Jafar, who is the main highlight of our story. Mir Jafar was the chief army officer of Siraj Dawla, and he was given the main chief officer post, and he was very loyal to his ruler, that is Siraj Dawla. But somehow he betrayed his ruler, and what he did was he gave up all the strategies and he brought the battle, okay, saying something else. He brought the battle to a field. This battle is known as Battle of Plaza. He got all his team of soldiers to this place. They have named it as Battle of Plaza because the place where the war went on was named as Plaza. So this Battle of Plaza, he brought all his command, like all the team where they have soldiers, and what they did was they actually came up with the British one side. While on the other side, only Siraj Dawla was a single man, and he was not able to survive with these people, and he got betrayed by his loyal fellow, that is Mir Jafar. He actually had true faith on Mir Jafar, but unfortunately he became as a traitor. So what I thought was, as each one of us have different sections of stories. Like Guru Prasada told about a modern age, like Abdul Kalam. Then myself and Dakshina have told about, Dakshina told about industrial revolution story, like a big story, and I told about history. So both are history genre, and I don't know what CB, Gavin Sandron and Ritan are saying. So we will try a different approach. This is just my idea. If we have any other ideas for the setting, we can also combine that. So what I thought was, Dakshinana's main idea was about industrial revolution. So we are trying to advertise something, any product. Once we are done with planning of the plot, we will see what is the one common thing, one common product that is being common along all our ideas. So we will take that product and we are advertising that. So during the advertisement, we are taking different genres of story, like Guru Prasna's is like motivational genre or something, and mine and Dakshinana's are history genre. So we will combine these, and each person, like we are all competitors, and we are going to advertise for one common thing. Like just for example, let's take something as the modern things, like the fast moving consumer goods. We will take that. If we are advertising for that, we have different competitors and we are strong competitors among India, and each one of us are proposing one idea. We are shooting up an ad. We will try synchronizing all our, like shrinking all our story into a very short one, and we will try to narrate that as a advertisement. So when we are doing it as an advertisement, it turns out to be a skit. And when there is one common, like we will ask sir to be the one common, like a big head, or he's the one who decides which advertisement is going to the upfront in the not television, in everything, television and social medias, and also in other other things. So what we will do is, we will ask sir to play that role, and he's supposed to pick out one. Even if CB and Ritan say their ideas from different genre, they could also combine and narrate it as a advertisement, so that we assure that everyone has got equal chance, and also each and every person is getting the chance to speak about their own ideas, and we are not ignoring any other ideas.
Yes,
Nice
Mitra,
idea.
nice idea, Mitra. Mitra, I have one small doubt.
Yes, Guru, thank you for the compliment. Sure, go ahead.
Yes, Mitra, in the setting, Mitra, like you told, like we are all competitors. Those things are fine, and we are doing an advertisement. Like on which basis we are doing advertisement, Mitra? That was my
Which
doubt.
basis means, do you mean the product, Guru Prasanna?
Like that, like in which company, which product, that and all we should say or not.
Yes, Guru, we will ask Ritan, Kavin, 1 minute, 1 minute. Sorry. So if Ritan and Kavin Sandran are giving different ideas that don't match with us, we will say that we are advertising for an unknown product. No, that doesn't make sense. Sorry. Mm, we will somehow come up with an idea, Guru Prasanna. Once everyone is done with giving ideas, we will definitely get a clarity, because 3 is yet to give their ideas, right? We will somehow come up, even if it doesn't relate with each other, we will say the daily goods that we use, like that we need for our livelihood survival. We will say some how we will manage. We will try managing with that.
Yes, Mitra. That was my doubt. Thank you so much.
Okay, Guru. Sure.
So friends, I'm having an idea.
Yes, Nitin, go ahead.
So my idea is about the army, and if you're taking army, there is always like negative assumptions, betrayal, the dreams which the army peoples could have had, and by just serving to the country, like the dreams which they had could have been gone to waste, and fault finding and all of those things could come in the army thing. I just thought of it right now, and we could say a man's or a person's storyline, and by adding Guru's idea, we could uh, like we could add everyone's idea, and for example, Dakshina's idea in the past, and the boots, and he one of his ancestors, and Mitra's idea was like, yes, now.
Not I finish, I'll go after you.
Okay, now. So like we could make a whole line, and they could just say their own line, and finally we could come up with like an army person's whole uh, starting to the ending whole lifespan, and we could add like all the points which there is. So for that, I thought of like an army man's life, and if or we could choose some other person's life, and we could make like a whole biography of that person, and that could be like including everything, and that's my idea, and thank you.
Nice idea, Ritan.
Thank you, Mitra.
Nice idea, Ritan.
Good idea, Ritin.
Thank you, Guru. Thank you, Raj.
Yeah, so friends, so far with all these ideas, I have like a way to combine all of them. So shall I say it?
Yes,
Sure,
now.
now.
Yes, that's
Okay, bro. So let me, make it simple for you. So Mitra talked about the Battle of Plassey, which happened when like the British initially came inside India, and as she said, all the events happened. So let's say that we are making a, you know, I don't exactly have the right word, but let's say, um, conglomerate. No, that's not the right word. We are just putting together, let's say, a compilation of different moments in Indian history. So let's go by the chronological sequence. First, talk about whenever we talk about Indian history, the British era is always a huge, part of it. So let's start from there, or we could also include one scene from ancient history, but we'll come back to that later. So let's start with Mitra's idea and how the British came in and how they, uh, you know, how they just swallowed up territories and how they just took over lands. For that, we'll give Plassey as an example and we'll do a short skit based on Plassey. And then moving according to the chronological sequence, the next part obviously is how did the British dominate the Indians and how did they make social life difficult for Indians? So first the British enter, and then for this industrial revolution idea of mine, let's change it a bit. During those times, there were British goods in India that were prepared by industries, and the handicrafts were done by our own Indian artists. who had cottage industries, very low scale industries, and they used to take a lot of time. But as soon as the British came in, they sold their goods at a cheaper rate, and they forced all the Indians to buy their goods. So their goods represent the industries, and our Indian goods, they represent the handmade ones. So we'll do this skit, where the British shoes versus the Indian shoes, and the setting is different, but the story is the same. And we'll show this as a small clip, the Battle of Plassey skit as a small clip, and this one as a small clip. Okay, this is the second phase. And then the third phase, let's say we come into like a more of a modern history, and we talk about Abdul Kalam, how he defied all the odds. So we're just putting together a compilation of great moments from Indian history. Yes, Ritan.
So Anna, so as you were speaking about British and it's Mitra's idea, na? So I thought
Yeah.
like I told about an army person, na? So we could keep like an army person betraying India and joining British, like
Yeah, that's
two
what she
clips.
also said. Mir Jafar. So we'll combine these ideas and you know. Okay.
Yes, I just
So
basically said
yes,
an
Rajesh.
army person, not
Hmm.
a particular person, na? So it will be good to add in one now.
Okay, so 1 second. You are talking about army. So what exactly do you want? Something about related to wars or
No, basically, na, if anything is fine
anything
now.
related?
So I just said army person's biography now.
Okay.
So biography in the sense like adding everything in charge it now.
Yes, sir. Fine. So after Abdul Kalam or before Abdul Kalam, let's just look up look up on Google about some wars and war marshals. And depending upon his timeline, we'll place him before or after Abdul Kalam ji. And, we'll end the compilation. Fine.
Yes, no.
Yes, that's right.
Okay. So if Sibi gives this idea, then I think it'll be complete. Kamin and Sibi, right? They have to give their ideas.
Yes, na, nice idea, na.
Thank you, Mitra. So you all understood, right, friends, what I'm actually trying to say?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
na.
okay, friends. Thank you. Kavin and Sibi, do you guys have any idea? Kavin, Sibi,
Kavin and Sivi, do you hear us?
Language clear, Akka.
Do you have any ideas, Sibi?
Akka, can you say the story in first, Akka? It was not clear, Akka.
No, da, do you have any ideas? Like, sir has posted the task sheet like at around 5:30. If you scroll up to that chat, you could see a small task sheet where sir has mentioned that we are supposed to do a skit on 5 entities. So it's not necessary that you'll have to combine all the 5. So from your perspective, from your point of view, for which entity you have a story or something, you can tell your idea. நீ சும்மா சும்மா மியூட் பண்ணி வச்சுக்காத. பேக்ரவுண்ட் வாய்ஸ் இல்லைன்னா அன்மியூட் பண்ணியே வை. ஏன்னா உனக்கு அன்மியூட் பண்ணதுக்கு ரொம்ப நேரம் ஆகுது.
Akka, in
சொல்லு.
Skype chat, Akka.
சாரி சிபி, மறுபடியும் சொல்லு.
Akka, you said not that task sheet in Skype chat, Akka.
வாட்ஸ்அப்.
Sibi, it's
Okay.
there both in WhatsApp and Skype chat. You shall go in WhatsApp itself and see, because it would be not. You don't want to scroll up. You shall go to WhatsApp.
Friends, am I audible?
Yes, Ritan.
Yes, Ritan.
Yes, da.
Oh, okay, now, okay, now.
Guru Prasan, I have raised your hands.
Yes, Mitra. Like just an idea, as you said, it as an advertisement. I just got an idea.
Sure, Guru, go ahead.
Yes, Mitra. Mitra, if it's an advertisement, I thought like as we are going into the history and we are going into the biography of APJ Abdul Kalam, like both sorry, all three stories of yours is about history and my story is about APJ Abdul Kalam. So we'll move on to the like what are the things which they had used in their past, like the ancient fighting tools which they will use. Like we shall give that as a product, like ancient fighting tool, and it could be used as a toy. That was my idea. Yes,
Great
Dakshana.
idea, Guru.
Thank you, Mitra.
Friends,
Yeah, so Guru.
excuse me, friends.
Yes,
Friends,
Ashwata.
Good evening, Mr.
good evening, friends. Sorry for joining late, friends. My mother went out, friends. So due to some issues, she couldn't come earlier, friends. So only,
Okay.
friends, I had to join late, friends. Sorry.
Yeah, no
No
problem.
problem, Ashwata.
Sorry for
No
not
problem.
informing you, friends.
No problem, Ashwata. So is today a scheduled day? Did you go to tuition or how?
No, Ka, I'm actually in I mean like out of station, Ka. In in my relative's house, Ka.
Oh,
Just
okay,
have the
okay.
material. I just brought the materials. So I'll be attending total online.
Okay, Ashwata, no problem.
Okay, so Guru, really, really good thread. Fantastic. We can utilize this area. Okay, let's
Yes,
say
sir.
not an advertisement for selling products. It's like an advertisement for an auction because you cannot buy certain historical like you need money to do that, right? So not everyone can buy that like we buy chocolates, but still we could make it as an auction,
Yes, sir.
and we'll arrive at four products which represents each of our skits, and we'll tell the audience how like how significant these products are and how we got them, like not the audience, the auctioners, people who want to buy it for auction. Let's say from my story, let's take one of the Indian shoes. From Mitra's story, let's say we take me, Mir Jafar's or Sirajuddaulla's hat or something. I don't know. Mitra can decide that. From Guru Prasanna's skit, we could, let's say we are taking APJ Abdul Kalam's pen or something. And from Ritan's idea, let's say we are taking a gun used by a very brave soldier while defending our country. So we are putting all these items for auction, and we are, playing mini skits in order to advertise them and show the audience or the people who are participating in the auction. Yeah, journal, whatever, a guru can decide that. And, we are just giving an advertisement for the auction for these items. So that will include everyone's ideas.
Yes, ma'am.
Anna,
Okay,
can
now.
you just say what I should have the idea of now?
So,
What should
Ashwatam,
I think? Yes, now.
yeah. So basically, you read the task sheet, right? I'll explain it in
Yeah.
brief.
Yes.
We have to make a skit
Okay, now.
today. Okay. And the skit should have the following ingredients: betrayal, negative assumptions, killing of others' dreams, fault finding, depression mindset. And all these four, you know, uh, negative ingredients are included. We've all given our separate stories as ideas, and we have included all of them. So, what we are doing is, Mitra has said about a story related to the Battle of Plassey, which took place in 1757, I guess. I'm not sure. So, at that time, there was a battle, and the Nawab of Bengal, Sirajuddaulah, he lost to Robert Clive, the British, lord. So, and the reason for his loss was betrayal. Okay, Mir Jafar, his commander-in-chief, he betrayed him, and as a result, Robert Clive and Mir Jafar. They joined hands and they defeated Siraj-ud-Daulah. And Mir Jafar didn't get much in return, so he was in turn betrayed by the British. So betrayal is one thing, and it's included here, and negative assumptions can also be included in this one. I gave a story about how British industrial goods destroyed the careers of Indian talented you know handicrafts makers. I gave a story related to shoes, how the coming up of British industries in India, how they destroyed our handicraft artists who were so talented. So we can include the other things like fault finding, depression mindset, killing of others' dreams as their dreams were killed. And similarly, Guru gave an idea about his idea was inclusive of a skit from Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam's childhood, and Ritan told that he would like to give an idea about a skit related to the army. So we are to include all these ideas, we are advertising products related to all these skits, historical products, and we are putting them up for auction. And as a part of this skit, as a part of the advertisement, we are just displaying all them. Like we are just doing a mini skits to show the importance of these goods, so that the auctioneers can buy them. And similarly, if you have any idea related to this, or even if it's not related, we'll relate it somehow. If you have anything, you can say.
Anna, can you just say me one of the products? No?
One of the products, okay. From my case, let's say, look, Ashwat, I'm going to make it very clear. We are doing 4 different skits, I believe. Right, friends? 4 different mini skits.
Yes, now if
Yeah, it's
Ashwathaman also there, we'll do five or five by now.
Okay. So, Ashwataman, we need a reason, or we need something to link all the 4 ideas, right? For that, we are using products from each of our stories, and we are displaying them, like we are playing our skits as an advertisement, as a part of an advertisement, because we are putting up these items for auction. For instance, let's say my story involves shoes, right? And the British handmade, I mean, industry made shoes versus the Indian handmade shoes. Have a story related to that. And for that particular story, the product is shoe, the Indian shoe. And similarly, let's say for Mitra's story, the product is Sirajuddaullah's, something belonging to Sirajuddaulah. And let's say Guru Prasna has the journal of Abdul Kalam. So while displaying all these products, we'll play the skit and how this, like how important this product is, to show the significance, historical significance of the event related to the product. You understood?
Yes, no.
It's an
No,
auction. So
so I just okay. I'll
yeah,
think
so
of
rich
one and
people
say
can buy
one.
it. So when you are putting up a thing for auction, let's say we are putting up a journal used by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. So people will go crazy and they'll just bid as much money as possible to get it, because it was used by Abdul Kalam ji. And to show them that it was used by Abdul Kalam, we are just putting up an advertisement. So that's it. Yes, Mitra, you want to say something?
Okay.
No, I had a
No,
clarification.
I
Now.
just think of.
Yes,
Yes,
Ashwataman, go ahead.
like you had a
Okay, I
clarification.
just said I just said that I think of one else.
Okay, Ashwataman. So that's when I had a clarification now. When you were explaining Ashwataman, you told that we are doing 4 skits. So 4 skits means if each one of us are doing one advertisement, that's how we have set up the plot. Then while advertising each one, like giving it for an auction, while auctioning it for each one, are all of us supposed to have distinctive role for all the 4 skits now? Is it like that?
Yes, Mitra.
Okay, now.
So we'll try to, instead of playing the whole skit and all the 4 cases, we show snippets. If each snippet goes for 5, 6, 7 minutes, then we'll be good to go and we'll wrap it up within 30, 35 minutes.
Okay, na. Fine, na. Thank you, na.
And let's say everyone can't participate in every skit. So we'll just restrict the numbers, like 3 members for this part, 3 members for this part. And if you want to jump in with, new roles, then you can do it as well.
Yes, na. Sure, na. I think that would be even more convenient for everybody to act it out.
Okay, friends. Thank you, Mitra. So, yes, Guru.
Dakshana,
Yes, now.
yes, na. Like, is it an auction means like there would be a like anchor to start off that, no, na? Like, what will they say for like a person who will start the program, no, na? If it's auction means it would be shown in TV.
Yeah. Yes, bro.
For that, shall I start now?
Okay, Guru.
Yes, na. And one more thing, na, like in APJ, like in my story, na, there
Yeah.
were 3 friends, na,
Three hens, huh?
there
Hen,
3
Kohli.
friends. I
Well,
told about
sorry.
friends, no, na.
Okay, yeah.
Abdul Kalam's 3 friends.
Okay, now. Go ahead.
The teacher would not leave Abdul Kalam to sit with them only, na. Their names, just a second, na. 1 minute. Yes, na. Their names were Shiva Prakashan, Aravindan, Ramananda Shastri. These were the 3 names. Now all 3 are Brahmins. Na. In this
Okay, now.
story, we shall act if we are doing a skit and we shall act in these 3 characters also. Na.
Okay, Guru. Fine. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have so many people. We can act it out.
Yes, Guru. So that in that story we will try laying more emphasis on the Ramananda Shastri, the third one, because in the real story he was the one who was deeply affected by the situation.
Yes, Putra.
Ashwathaman.
Yes, once again. Yes, no, Anna, can you say what are the things that have been taken up, things that we have been involved?
Things in the sense, what do you mean, Ashwathaman? Like the products or?
Anna, sir gave a list of things that should be involved, na? Betrayal, negative assumptions, killing of other
Oh,
beings, na?
the
Can you
bad.
say which of these are taken, na?
All of
Or
them are
have
taken.
been used in questions? All of
All of
them, na?
them are taken and repeated in all the 4 skits. So even if it's repeated, it's not a problem.
Okay, na. Anna, all the mini skits have been explained, na?
I'm sorry, bro. Can you come again?
No, I think that have the things been explained now? The skits.
Yeah,
What?
all of them have been included.
When I mean have when I each person said the idea, have they when I just decided what is going to happen in the script like that, or is it an instance? The place now we're going to act it out.
Dakshana,
Sorry.
1 minute, Anna. 1 minute, na. Ashwathaman, more than your voice is actually not clear. More than your voice, we are only hearing your background noise. We are not able to hear your voice that much, and we are not able to understand it clearly.
Now, ka
Yes, Ashwathaman, this is much better. So, are you using earphone or something?
earphone ka.
Okay, so keep the. Have you kept the mic near your mouth? If so, keep it near your mouth. Then only we will be able to
Yes,
hear
ka.
your audio very clearly.
Okay, ka. Akka,
Yeah, now it's okay.
what I meant was everyone said their ideas, no ka. So have they all explained what is going to happen in the skit ka? Like once we set the idea, we'll say the all the sequence, no ka, sequence and what is going to happen in each sequence like that ka. Have these things been explained ka?
Yes, Ashwathaman. When each and every person has given their idea, Like for example, when Guru Prasad spoke about his story about Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, he explained clearly what his story would contain, the context. Okay, they would say contents, right? What would happen? What's the main, like the plot line of his story? Like each and Dakshina spent around 10 minutes for explaining his story for the better understanding for CB and comments on road. So they understood it clearly. So each and every person has explained their idea clearly. So we are yet to decide the roles and then we can straight away execute the skit once sir comes.
Okay, Ka. Okay, Ka. So I'll just think of one, Ka.
Yeah, sure, Ashita. So have I given the answer for your question?
Yes, Ka. Thank you, Ka.
Okay, Ashita.
So friends,
Yes,
each
ma'am.
one has to give out the roles and the storyline for the snippet. Like we have got so many creative heads here who have given their ideas. So it's the responsibility of the creative head to give out the roles, the character, like the roles and characters, the sequences and everything. So you have to decide, and you can, you know, because we're not going to play the entire story which we have said. So the main part of the story alone, you can decide all that. You got the freedom to do that. So, Ritan, Ritan, you there?
Yes, no.
So you have to decide like, which person in the army, what happened. All that should be decided by you, and because it's your plot, basically. So we'll just follow whatever you say.
So Dakshina, whose plot are we starting the story by now?
So once you finalize your plot, we'll decide.
No, actually, if someone else is starting, it will be convenient for me now. So by that, I could just have an idea of what are all the people's like.
Guru, can you start us off? As Ritan said,
Yes,
you just
yes, no, I
mentioned
don't.
which part of the story we are going to play as a snippet and the characters, roles, and all that.
Yes, yes, Mitra.
Friends, now I have posted in the chat that 80% done, sir. Are you able to see that message?
Yes, Mitra.
Yes,
Can you do me a small favor, friends? Can you please copy that text and paste it again and send it in the chat box? Because as me and sir are using the same account, sir won't be able to see my message.
Yes, Mitra. I have posted again.
Thank you so much, Guru and Dakshina.
no problem, Mitra.
Dakshana, are you saying that I should explain now, na, about my characters?
Yes, Guru, because we are going to play your story also for 6 or 7 minutes or eight, I don't know, within 10. So explain your characters and, you know, which part of the storyline are we going to execute, all that.
Yes, I'll say the character names now. Like whoever wants to do the role, they shall do now. Is it fine?
Okay. Yeah, Mitra's typing the character names, I believe.
Yes, na.
Yeah.
Yes.
Friends, should it be imaginary or it could be real life also, friends? Can it be imaginary?
It could be anything, Ashwataman. It could be imaginary or real story also, Ashwataman.
Imaginary, but
Okay, na.
it
Thank you, ma.
be able to, get related with real life events. Because, for instance, I'll give an example. Take my storyline. I'm going for an imaginary shoemaker, but the setting which I have, the background, the historical details surrounding it, all that is true. Like the setting is true, but the imaginary character which I'm portraying does not exist, may not exist, but the situation surrounding my skit is true. Understood? For instance, if you have a story related to World War II, and let's say you have an imaginary soldier who's fighting for Great Britain, let's say his name is Jacob or something. If you're writing a story about Jacob and his struggles during World War One, the Jacob name is imaginary, but whatever he does in World War One, like whatever happened in World War One, it's true. It's recorded, it's documented in history. So you're using the name Jacob and the character of Jacob in a real setting, in a situation which has happened actually. Only then we can advertise all these products. We cannot give up some imaginary products which are not related to real life. So do you understand, Ashwathaman? Does that answer your
Yes,
question?
na. It should not be like a fantasy sort, na. Like it should
Yeah,
have real
totally.
characters and things.
Yeah.
Okay, now. Then I just got a plot now. I'll once deciding, I'll say it. Na.
Okay. Ritan,
No, I got the idea for the members now, like the skit.
yeah, we'll finish Guru. I mean, we'll not finish Guru. Technically, we'll finish once Guru is done, and then we'll come to you.
Okay, no.
So friends, shall I start?
Yes,
Yes.
Guru.
Putra, you're typing, right?
Yes, I'm typing it down.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead, Guru.
Yes, no. So in my story, there are 6 characters. I have not taken the like APJ Abdul Kalam's father or mother and all because they are not in this snippet skit. So I have just took the main characters. First one is APJ Abdul Kalam, and the next one is Aravindan, Shiva Prakashan, and Ramananda Shastri, who are the 3 best friends of APJ Abdul Kalam. And the next, the 5th character is the teacher, and the 6th character is one another teacher. His name is Shiva Subramania Iyer. But like in my story, I left one part that was Shiva Subramania Iyer's part. Like after the teacher, the teacher separating Abdul Kalam from his friends.
Excuse me, Guru.
Yes, na.
Friends, just give me 1 minute. I'll be back. We can discuss. I'll be just back in 1 minute. Okay.
Okay, na, sure now.
Mitra, I have one doubt.
Yes, Guru.
Mitra, have you heard about that teacher's name, Mitra? Because in our book, it has not given. You have heard about that?
Correct, Guru. I think his name is Shiva Subramania Iyer because I remember his name ends with Iyer, and he's
No, Mitra. Like Shiva Subramania Iyer's name is written. Like the other teacher's name, Mitra.
Who was the other teacher? Shiva Subramania Iyer is the SST teacher. Then who's the other teacher?
Who
Which subject?
separate APJ Abdul Kalam and his friends? Because they have not given. They have given that he's a lady teacher, but they have not given her name.
Oh, okay. So is it like Abdul Kalam's class teacher or something? Because I haven't heard about that teacher.
No, Mitra, it's not her class teacher. Like one day there is a new teacher for them, and the teacher is a lady teacher in his elementary school, and he don't like Hindu and Muslim combining and sitting with each other. They have only given they have not given the name.
Oh, okay. So the story that I have heard, from the story that I have heard, I could recognize that Shiva Subramania Iyer is a social studies teacher, and he is the one who actually tried to discriminate between Hinduism and Islamism. So here, Abdul Kalam being an Islam and Ramananda Shastri being Hindu, he was the one who discriminated, and I never heard about the fifth role. Guru, what does the fifth teacher play in this whole skit, in the snippet?
So like the teacher, she would be new to that school, and he don't like the way they are the way a Muslim and a Hindu boy sitting together. He don't like, so that with the with the mindset that he had, he would do the inequality to Abdul Kalam, and he would try to separate Ramananda Shastri and APJ Abdul Kalam, and he will let APJ Abdul Kalam sit at the back and Ramananda Shastri sit at the front. Both will be feeling bad at the time. So that was the story which I has given.
Oh, okay, Guru. I even tried typing it down. She was a lady teacher, right?
Yes, Mitra, she was a lady teacher.
Okay. I even
In
tried
elementary school. Elementary school when Abdul Kalam was studying 5th standard.
in elementary. I even mentioned it as lady teacher, but I only got the pictures of his male teacher, Guru. I don't think there's a person, because I tried in two perspective: lady teachers who discriminated Abdul Kalam, and also in elementary school.
Okay, Mitra, we'll just take that as a teacher itself. No problem.
Okay, Guru.
Yes, Mitra. Thank you for posting.
Thanks.
No problem, Guru.
Comment.
Thanks. Now I have got a story now, and the product will be, it's like a symbol, like a symbol or a portrait where it's showing a photo of karma. Now it explains about karma. So shall I say now? Shall I say about it now? The story.
Yeah, of course. Go ahead.
Yes, now the photo, in the photo, it shows that Yamaraja, who's the god of death.
Comment 1 second.
Yes, ma'am.
Meanwhile, Guru, you can type your storyline. Okay. Like
My
what all,
story.
yeah, what all the characters are gonna do,
Okay.
so that we can follow your plot and we could act it out.
Yes.
So Guru, you can decide the characters. Oh, 1 second. We all can volunteer, right?
Yes, no. That
So
only I
one-
said no.
Okay. So who's the bad guy here, Guru? Give me the baddest guy.
Siva Subramania Iyer.
Okay, villain. He's a villain.
Yes, na.
Okay.
Mitra,
I
Siva
wanna see.
Subramania Iyer is will. No, is he villain, Mitra? In our book, they have given that the teacher, like the lady teacher, as only the villain. Siva Subramania Iyer, like he would wanted a Hindu and a Muslim to sit together. Only they have given.
Then does it mean that Siva Subramania Iyer was Ramananda? Then that means that he was the father of the fourth role, that is Ramananda Shastri, right, Guru Prasanna?
No, Mitra, like he was Siva Subramania Iyer was a science teacher. They have given that.
Yes, Guru. So being a science teacher, I read that he was the one who tried discriminating Abdul Kalam and the person. Being an
But
Iyer, a
in our book,
Brahmin.
they have given that like he was the person who want different social groups to sit together.
Okay. Fine, we'll make two bad guys. Doesn't matter. Right.
Yes, but if we tell a wrong story means that would be a problem. So that only I asked.
Yes, bro, but in one of the books, if it's given that he could be taken as a villain, then why not? Okay, so I'll be a year. So how's the problem solved, Guru?
Now, at last, by Shiva Subramania Iyer only, the problem will be solved in my story now. But it's different.
Mitra, in
Now.
your story, what happened?
Anna, yes, na, just now I referred internet. I came to know that Siva Subramania Iyer was a teacher who inspired Abdul Kalam. So Guru Prasanna, you're right. I'm sorry.
Okay, Mitra, no problem.
So as
Oh,
he said, we will have a sixth role, the teacher who was the villain. As we know, don't know the name, we will just name that he is a teacher. Okay.
Yes, Mitra.
okay, then I'll be a year.
Okay, now.
Yeah, but villains are more cool. Okay, no problem.
Okay, now. Now, for the other characters, any volunteers?
Mitra is the only one who can.
Shall I continue explaining?
One second, Ashwataran. Hey, Raita,
Okay.
can you be Abdul Kalam's G? Or sir?
What now?
You're Abdul Kalam, right?
No,
Yes, yes.
no, I think Guru.
Oh, Guru, you want to be Abdul Kalam?
I
Main
don't
character,
have any problem in any of the
I
roles. I'll
think he
any of
have
the
to
roles.
be now. Like he's
Yeah, you're not right. You be the main role. No problem.
Okay, na.
So,
Yes, na.
Ritan, Ramananda Shastri, Shivaprakasan, Aravindan. Got three choices.
what should Ramananda Shastri do in the story
He'll not
now?
do anything. All three, I mean, he won't do anything significant, but he's one of the friends and he wants to be with Abdul Kalam.
I could be Ramananda
Sakshilada Shastri.
Shastri now.
Ramananda
ஒரு
Sakshi.
பையனை பொண்ணா மாத்திட்டாங்க இவன பண்ற மாதிரி.
Ritan, you be Sakshira, no problem. Ramananda Sakshi.
Shastri.
Sakshi.
Shastri.
Okay, Sakshi taken by Ritan. Sibi, you're Aravindan, okay? Sibi,
சிபி அன்மியூட் பண்ண அடிக்கடி சும்மா மியூட் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காது. அன்மியூட் பண்ணி வை.
unmute பண்ணுங்க. சிபி இருக்கியா? சிபி குட்டி.
நான் உள்ளதான இருக்கான். அன்மியூட் பண்ணிட்டான்.
Yes, na.
Sibi, can you be Aravindan?
Yes, na. Can you say what to do? I will be Aravindan.
Aravindan, you are Aravindan. Sibi, you are one of the friends of Abdul Kalam, okay? அது மட்டும் நீ பண்ணு சரியா?
Okay, na.
அப்துல் கலாம் ஃப்ரெண்டா இருந்தா நீ அவர்கிட்ட என்னென்ன பேசுவியோ அதெல்லாம் பேசு சரியா? புரிஞ்சுதா?
புரிஞ்சுதுங்கண்ணா. Thank you, na.
Okay. Kevin Sandron.
அண்ணா
Shiva Prakash is your character name. Is it okay?
yes ma, it is okay for me now.
You know what he does, right? Again, Abdul Kalam sir no friend இருந்தா என்னென்ன பேசுவியோ அதெல்லாம் பேசு சரியா?
Yes ma. Thank you. Dakshina is Guru Prasanna playing Abdul Kalam's role now?
Yes, Mitra.
No, Mitra. Guru Prasanna S is playing Abdul Kalam's role.
Oh, he is playing right now?
Yeah. Guru, you didn't say his full name, so.
Oh, APJ Abdul Kalam ji. Fine.
Yeah, you didn't say Guru Prasanna's full name also. That's right.
Guru Prasanna will be playing APJ Abdul Kalam ji's role. Fine.
Guru Prasanna S தானடா உன் பேரு? இல்லையா?
Avana,
Yes,
Guru Prasanna. Yes.
Yeah.
Dakshana.
Say it fully. சொல்றா.
Yeah, na. You're doing like my friend Preetham, na. Like he would, if he say his name as A Preetham means he'll tell my name is not A Preetham. Yes, Preetham. He'll say na. Like that, you are also joking.
Thank you. Yeah, so Mitra say a full statement. Then only it will be correct.
Guru Prasanna, yes, will be playing APJ Abdul Kalam ji's role.
Okay, fine. Okay,
Yes.
Guru. Fine, right?
Yes,
Guru
na.
Prasanna
Like
S, fine, right?
Mitra, do you want to take that role, or if you take that role, I'll take the teacher's role.
No, Guru Prasanna, this is your plot, so you play the main character. That's more important.
Wait, the antagonist is a female teacher, right?
Yes, na.
Confirm or are we changing it? Is it the one which is given across the books and all?
Na, in my book they have given that as
What's the name?
Name they have not given, na.
That only we don't know now. In my book, the book that I read about the history of Abdul Kalam, the teacher who discriminated was a male person. But he is saying that the teacher who discriminated was a female person. We don't know the name either.
Even I saw a cartoon series on
Same.
like young.
Yes,
I
na,
saw a
same.
cartoon series. They are also a male teacher, but since most of the books say that it's a female teacher, we'll give you some name, Mitra. for this one.
Okay,
No
now.
problem. Is it not? Is it? Sorry. Is it in compulsory that it should be a female teacher? We shall do it as male teacher itself. No problem.
No, bro, it has to be
We
a
don't
female teacher. Then only
we
Mitra
don't
can be a
want
female
to keep
teacher.
name. No, na. Name is not needed. No, we shall say teacher alone. That
Teacher.
itself is.
Hey, teacher, come here on the Maria.
Yes, na.
A teacher, go teacher.
Nah.
Go teacher.
Which student will say a teacher come here now? No, nobody will say a teacher come here.
சொல்லுவான்டா ரிப்பன் பத்தி தெரியுமா உனக்கு?
Teacher, teacher, come here, teacher.
Hey, teacher, come here.
Hey, teacher, go.
Me.
No, there is no plot to speak to the teacher from the friends or APJ Abdul Kalam. Teacher only will command the students. Students will not talk to teacher. No problem.
மேம்னே வச்சிரலாம். மேடம்னே கூப்பிடுறோம். Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
So Kavinan Gruber. Kavin, your character name is Shiva Prakashan. Okay. Shiva Prakashan. Shivan.
No, I have written that in the chat box now. So I'm yet to write your role. So that's why I'm waiting for that to be posted.
My role, Subramaniam, Mitra, the good guy. Yeah.
Okay. I'm done. I'm posting it down. Yeah.
So Ashwathaman, now you can go.
Okay, now. Anna, so the item is now it's like a small medal of some sort of medal. Now it shows a Yamaraja. Now you know it's god of death. He's distributing karma. Now Yamaraja. Now yes, now it is actually a story from
the god
Quran. Now
bro,
it's a story from Quran I heard about. Now
once again, can you repeat? Yamahava Yamaraja.
Yamarajana, YAMARAJ.
Ada Yamaraj then avardane god of death.
Yes na.
Okay. So avaru per Quran la vandirukka.
One like I heard one like that na.
Quran Muslims thana illaya?
Yes na, it's no na, it's on a small story na.
But it's not from Quran, right?
I hope so na. Na, shall I say the story na?
Like shara solra source tappa sonna vilugum. Quran la Yamaraj illa amava.
Quran la Muslims patti eppada Yamaraja patti varum?
Okay na.
Yamaha baikingra என்னடா சொல்ல வர அஸ்வத்தாமன்?
Okay, Anna, just a story na.
Okay.
Not from Quran na. Not a story from Quran na. Okay na.
Yes,
I'll start saying the story na.
Yeah, one second.
Just a minute.
Na solra bro.
I am not able to post. Sorry, I'm not able to type na because as I'm using a phone na, I'm not able to type na.
Keypad la pet. இல்லடா டைப் மெசேஜ்ல அமுத்துறேனா வரும் பாரு.
Where na? Okay na. I'll join in another in my another device and we'll do na. Just a second. Sorry.
Chat la போய் என்னால டைப் பண்ண முடியலையா?
Yes na, it's not typing.
Okay. So then take your time. Meanwhile Ashwathaman can finish explaining us his story.
Yes na.
Yeah. Go on Ashwathaman.
Okay na. So now his story is about once there was a king na who he distributed food to the Brahmas na. So one day what happened was while he was distributing, there was a eagle na who was flying with a dead snake in its claws na.
Ashwathaman.
There was a yes.
Ashwathaman. Hello.
Brahmasa Brahminsa.
Brahminsa.
Adha.
Brahmins. Once again ka.
Okay.
Brahmanas.
Okay.
Brahmanas.
Good.
So what? Once while he was distributing, there was eagle flying with a dead snake in its claws, na. So due to that, poison. Some of the poison was there's some poison. Drops of poison fell into the foot of some brahmanas, na. So the king did not notice it, and no one did. So when the Brahmana they consumed the food, some of them some of them died now. So the king was very sad about it, and as I mentioned, Yamaraja he served to distribute karma. No? The the po- the policy of karma. You know, now if we do good, the good thing will something good will happen to us, and the vice versa. That na. So he got confused who to give the karma to now. So because it wasn't the fault of king or the dead snake and the eagle or any of the brahmanas, so he was so
Ashwatam,
confused. Yes, ma'am.
wait. First, the king gives food to Brahmanas, and then what happens? I'm sorry.
And then after that, like a eagle carries a dead snake in its claws. And the poison from the dead snake's mouth this fell into some of the foods of brahmanas now.
And they died.
So yes, now some of them had to die now. Yes, now as I said, the Yamaraja who distributes the policy of karma, was confused to who to give that policy towards, because it wasn't the mistake of the king or the eagle, neither the snake, na, because the snake was the prey of eagle, and it also did not have anything much, na, any much knowledge, na. So one day, the brahmanas wants to talk to the king regarding this now. So when they going, there's a lady nearby the road now. So they go to the road, and
Ashwatam,
they ask them, yes, now.
sorry to interrupt. Uh, wait. So they die, right?
Yes, now.
Can you continue after that? Because sometimes your
Yes, now.
background voice is too much. I'm not able to
Okay.
completely make out what you're saying.
Okay. Anna, so what happens next is that some of the brahmanas die due to the poison, and the king becomes very sad and upset about it. And the Yamaraja, who distributes the policy of karma, got confused to who they distribute the karma towards, because it's no one's fault. So when this happens, one day, some of the brahmanas wanted to communicate or see the king regarding this problem. So they see a lady nearby the streets or the roads now, and they go ask her that who the direction towards the palace. So this lady say, when they ask like, where is where's the palace? Can you show us the direction? She told yes and pointed the ways. And she also added a note that that the king kills brahmanas.
Aday, Ashwataman,
Yes, ma'am.
who asked the directions to the palace?
The brahmanas, ma'am, wanted to meet the king
Like,
regarding this problem. Ask the lady.
oh, so they want to meet the king and ask him what happened.
Yes, ma'am. I wanted
Okay.
to communicate regarding this. So she says
After
the
all of them
direction.
died, right?
Huh?
It's after the meal and after some
Yes,
of them
ma'am.
died. Okay, go ahead, go
Yes,
ahead.
the next day. Ma'am. So she also adds a note which was a false note, and she had no rights to do that. She said that beware, beware that the king kills browners. Like that she said, na. But it was a false thing and she had no rights to say that. So the Yamaraja got desired to give the karma towards her because she pointed out a false thing, uh, like false thing, something which is not so true, and this fault was not true. So he distributed the karma towards the lady. So it was fault finding now. That's the end of the story.
So the lady got punished, right? According to your story.
Yes, sir. Excuse me, na.
So the lady was punished, right? Instead of the king. And
Yes, na.
okay, so
Yes,
just
na. Because she.
yeah,
Yes, yes, na.
yeah. So
She did.
did she tell this
You can
out?
go, na.
Yeah, yes, sir. Thank you. So did she tell this because of the rumors and she did not have a good idea about it, or did she know that the king did not do any fault, but she lied even then?
Yes, na. She did. It was just something false, na. She just wanted to do something and she said like that. Like
Adopted one?
from rumors, na. It's a sort of rumors. She
So
heard
it's not
some
the
kings
lady's
say these
mistake,
things.
right? Lady mistake இல்ல
Yes, na.
ரூமர்ஸ்
Yes,
நம்பி
na.
அவங்க எதை
It's
சொல்லிட்டாங்க தெரிஞ்சு போய் சொன்னாதானே தப்பு. So how
no,
will she?
no, na. Just like she saw like a small fight or something, na. Like a quarrel, so that two people just was calling that the king really did like this, did like that, and the other one was saying no, it wasn't his fault, you know, or something like some sort of this happened. So it's not clear that who we should support and who not. So she just did not know which one to do, and just she did something. She said them something she didn't even know fully. So it was her fault, and the karma was given to her.
So she knew that the king was like innocent, but even then she lied. That's what you're saying, right?
No, she knew that it was innocent, but after this quarrel, she didn't really know what to do, and she just said like that. In case of warning or something like that. Now. So the karma was given to her. This that was like the story. I heard it a few days back. So I just searched for it with the to get a clear idea. So this is what was given in the article.
So friend, so Ashwitaman, are you done with your story?
Yes, ka.
Okay, Ashwitaman. So far,
Yes, sir.
from your plot,
Yes,
I
sir.
have. Can you hear me?
Yes, Kai. Yes, ka.
Okay. So far from your plot, as per my understanding, I have got three characters: the king, Yamaraja, and the lady. Other than this, if you have any characters, please list it down. Okay, from the fourth one in the chat box. Do you have
Yes,
any other
ka.
characters?
Yes, Kai. Have some characters.
Okay. Then list it down in the chat box soon.
Okay, I'll list them all down.
Okay. Guru Prasanna, you have raised your hand.
No, Mitra, I think it was raised before. I did not lower it.
Okay, Guru Prasanna. Dakshina, would you say? Yes, Guru, go ahead.
Sorry, Mitra. for interrupting. I have done with the plot. I'll send that within 2 minutes,
Okay, Guru. Sure.
just for the information.
Okay, sure.
Ritan, now you got an idea, right? What to do? You wanted to say something.
Yes, no.
Go ahead.
Initially, I was having two persons now, and now I got 3 members for the skit for my idea now. So the first person is the army man now, and the second person was army man's friend now. But now I got the third.
What's his name?
No, name I haven't decided. Repeat, English. So I haven't got any idea for the names, friends. But I got the members and how they are going to act. So the first is the army man, and the second one is the army man's friend, and the third one is the person who is going to who's going to bribe the army man and get them to the the enemy side. So they're giving a lot of money to just betray India, and the army men accept it. But by accepting it, he's one of his best friend was the second person, army man's friend, and the army man is going to tell the friend that I'm going to betray India, and they gave me this amount of money, and I just want to be loyal to you, and whatever happens, I want to be a really good friend with you. I really want a friendship with you, and by saying that, he's saying that I'm going to betray India, and after that, he's going to the opposite side. So this is my idea, and while before going, he's giving a present to his friend, which is a sword or a gun or something which is his, and that particular object could be the object which is going to be in the auction. So this is my idea, friends. And if there is any new ideas, like any new characters for your ideas, you could just add up. No problem for me. Thanks.
Ritan, can you repeat it once if you don't mind?
No problem. I'll just repeat it.
Friends, sorry for
Guru,
interrupting, friends.
initial
far.
comment.
Friends, I typed my roles in the chat box, friends, and I mentioned that 3 people, three of them should be acting as like getting the food. And after that, two of them, one of them would be the Brahmins, and the 3 of them will be the Brahmins who are going to ask themselves. And after that, 2 people who will be the people who will be quarreling that. Right. They'll be quarreling that that the king is not is innocent, and another one king is not innocent.
Ashwathaman, you're not at all audible, Ashwathaman. Can you please repeat the last 2 statements?
Yes, I was mentioning about the Brahmins. So first, the 3 Brahmins where they'll get food now. The 3 Brahmins. After
Okay.
that, 2 of them will be. One of them will act as they're dying, and the 2 of them, rest 2 of them will be acting that they're going to meet the king. And the sequence where the lady sees the quarrel, that the king, one says the king is innocent, and another Brahmana says that the king is not innocent, and those 2 people who are quarreling will be the other Brahmanas.
Friends, yes. Ashwathaman, 1 minute, please. 1 minute. Friends, sir, one. No.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Good evening, all of you. I had to accompany my brother for something, so that's why I got a little held up. So, what's the status of the skit preparation, Dakshin? Can you fill me in?
Sir, so we asked everyone for their ideas, and we've got 5 volunteers who have given their ideas, and we have figured out a way to include all their ideas, sir.
Mhm.
So all 5 of the stories which they all told have been incorporated, and it took a very long time for us, sir, because if it was a team activity, then it would have been just 3 or 4 ideas. But now we are including a lot of different ideas, so it's taken us some time. And what we are doing is
Mhm.
we are right now each and every person has got a mini plot with it its own set of characters,
Mhm.
and we are planning to finish each and every mini skit by 6, 7, or 8 minutes,
Mhm.
so that it will be good to wrap up all the sequences within 30, 35, 40 minutes, sir, tomorrow.
No,
And yes, sir.
the question that I'm asking is how long is it going to take for finishing the preparation? Because
Yes, sir.
you're still in the midway of preparation.
Yes, I'm coming to that, sir. So
Okay.
out of the 5 sequences, 2 of them have been officially decided, sir. The
Mm.
plot, the characters, and all that. We have to do the same for 3 more sequences, and we'll be good to go, sir. So we'll utilize today's session and maybe the first few minutes of tomorrow's session, and we'll.
Right. So today it's about we have it's almost 7 now, so we have another 20 minutes.
Yes, sir.
20 minutes should be fine, everybody.
Sir, no, sir, we need more time, sir.
You need more time.
Yes, sir.
Sir, sir, we have to decide for the other 3 members also, sir.
Yes, sir.
So,
All right. Okay, fine. So continue your preparation. Then let me know when my presence is needed. I'll go freshen up and I'll come back. I'll also join. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Right.
Okay, sir.
Did
Okay, sir.
okay, Guru Prasanna, did you contribute your ideas?
Yes, sir.
Right. Kavin Sandron, did you speak?
No, sir.
What's going on with Kavin Sandron? Why didn't he speak? Okay, fine. So fill it off. 20
We
minutes.
asked him for his idea, but he said that he doesn't have any.
Okay, right. Right, finish the unfinished business, Lakshan. I'll join soon.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right.
So, post speaking. Yeah, Ritan. Just uh, reply, like, not reply, repeat whatever you said when I was gone in a very short manner.
yes, now. So it's really easy now. So there is a soldier, and he is having his friend, and the person is giving money to betray India now. So he's going to say
Soldier's
like
friend giving him money.
yes, now he's going to say like I'm
Okay.
going to betray India, and I want to have a good friendship with you. So I'm saying that I'm earlily saying that I'm going to betray India, and this guy gave this amount of money to me that I think I could decide in a few minutes now, like the person's name and how much money he's going to give now.
It's not real, right?
Sorry, no?
It's an imaginary story, right?
Yes, no, it's
Okay.
imaginary.
Go ahead.
And he's going to give this much amount of money to me so that I'm going to betray India. And before going now, the soldier is going to give a particular object to him now. For example, a gun which he loves a lot, and which India gave to him. So he's going to give that gun to him, and he's going to go now. So that particular gun, and that's going to be in the auction now. So within just few minutes now, I'll just get new names and a few information of uh, the the person who's going to give the money and the soldier and soldier's friend now. And
No,
all
but the
things
soldier's
which
friend, he's the villain. He has to like die, right?
who know?
Maybe. So the soldier takes the same gun from his friend, which he gave as a present, and he kills him because he loves his country more than his friend.
No, not going to kill anyone. No, just he needs that friendship now because from the childhood they are friends and till the army and everything they have done together now. So he's just going to say it period that he's going to
No, but
betray now.
like responsibility is more important than friendship, right? So Like he's giving his present, and this soldier doesn't do anything about it because he's going to help the enemy. So this guy has to do something, right? How
Yes,
can he
I
leave him?
haven't thought of it now. Nice idea, na.
Yeah. So let's say you and your friend are fighting for India. Okay, soldiers. Ritan, tell me a person's name who's a good friend. Okay, fine. Anything. Let's say Ashwathaman. Okay,
Okay.
Ashwathaman gets bribe from someone, like from Pakistan, let's say, and he wants to go to Pakistan and give all the information, and he says that to you. So Ritan, look, I'm going there, and I'm going to give the information to them. So here's my gift. Keep it. அப்போ நீ வந்து அவங்க கிட்ட சொல்லுவியா, ஓ தேங்க்யூடா, போயிட்டு வா, போய் நல்லா இன்ஃபர்மேஷன்ல சொல்லிட்டு வா, நம்ம பார்க்கலாம்னு.
Okay, na. I haven't thought of it, na. Nice, nice
நீ
idea.
அப்படியே ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஷிப்போட புடிச்சு அப்படியே அவன் போய் அங்க இங்க இருந்து உங்க 2 பேரும் பேசிக்குவாங்க.
Settle ஆயிரா, done.
அப்புறம் இப்படி வேணா பண்ணிடுற, இவனும் சேர்ந்து போயிடுறான், 2 பேரும் போய் செட்டில் ஆயிடுறாங்க.
That could be too much dramatical scene, na.
ரித்தன் அவன் என்ன பண்றான், இந்த பிரைப் வாங்குற ஃப்ரெண்ட் இருக்கான்ல, he thinks that his friend won't do anything to him. ஸோ இதை என் கண்ணை வந்து நீ ஞாபகமா வச்சுக்கோ. அவன் அதே கண்ணை வாங்கி, சாரிடா எனக்கு உன்னை விட என் நாடு தான் முக்கியம், உன்னை உயிரோட விட்டா நாங்க தோக்குறதுக்கு அதிக வாய்ப்பு இருக்கு, பிகாஸ் யூ ஹேவ் இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் அண்ட் யூ பிட்ரேயிங் த கண்ட்ரி. ஸோ இந்த கண்ணாலே உன்னை சுட வேண்டியதா இருக்குன்னு சொல்லிட்டு அப்படின்னு வச்சுக்கோ.
Okay, na.
And the same gun is for auction. Fine?
Yes, na. And we could have a general now, who's like, he's going to say the story to the general at the last now, like an additional character, because there's a lot
Okay.
of.
Fine. Good. Mitra and Guru have raised hands. Yeah, Mitra, you can go first.
Okay, Mitra.
Yeah, Guru, you can go then.
Yes, now one information na.
சொல்லுப்பா.
Yes, the teacher was men only. It's there, not a women. The teacher who degrades like Muslims is also men only, na.
அதான் அந்த ஐயரா?
No, that's not higher, but he is he's another teacher, but he's a man.
So Mitra can be ஐயர் and I can be the teacher.
Okay, na.
Okay, fine. அப்போ புக்ல தப்பா கொடுத்திருக்காங்களா?
No, they have not given like that in the book. Na, I like after completing after reading the story, I itself thought that it was like that. Na, then
ஏய், நீயே மாத்தி சொல்லிட்டியா? ஓகே ஓகே,
unknowingly.
சரி பரவாயில்ல, அப்படி நடந்ததுதான் நல்லா தான் இருந்திருக்கும் ஹிஸ்டரியில. It would have been interesting. Yeah, Mitra, so if you want to be the person who saves the day, if you want to be ஐயர், you can be the ஐயர், or you can be the teacher if you want, your wish. So you can choose any character. Okay, Mitra, okay.
Friends, just like they explain the roles of the Brahmas or the sphere events, I have distributed in 3 sequence so that easy is. Shall I explain?
பக்கத்துல வச்சு பேசலாம் அஸ்வத்தாமன். Bro, keep the mic closer to your mouth. I'm not able to hear you. It's a lot of noise. Do something, bro, but your voice is not audible.
Now, na?
Yeah, better. You can start.
Okay, na. Friends, you clear with the role of Brahmanas because there are three sequences to be distributed in three sequence so that it will be easy. Because there is three times the Brahmanas has been involved.
Yes, Mitra.
Yes, sir.
Friends, shall I start explaining? Brahmanas.
Ashwathan, 1 minute, da. Ashwathan, 1 minute. Mitra, I can continue.
Ashwatham, you were saying something, right? Okay, Mitra.
Yes.